everyone. Hello, Parker and I are here for our day 34. Let's check in here, make sure you guys are here. And get him settled. There we are. Hello, Parker and I are here for there. All right, buddy, come on, lay down. Down. All the way down. Thank you. Down. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So today, on our Soft Sunday series, always look for the words to always have the first letter that are the same. But our series on Sunday, what we've been doing on Sunday. So the very first Sunday we had yin, and then the next Sunday we had pranayama, and then last Sunday we had mudras. And this Sunday we're going to practice Yoga Nidra, which is a yogic sleep. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to kind of check in. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Mimi. Mimi said hello. Be a good boy. Lay there. Good boy. He is getting better. When I rolled my mat out, he knew. He gave me the look. He's like, today? Will you let me play today? All of my toys are way too far away here. All right, let's see what's going on here. So I see that Mimi's here. And Alicia is here. I kind of can't tell. Mimi and Alicia, just you two. Yay. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do Yoga Nidra. And what that means is yogic sleep. So it's a relaxation technique that's very effective. And we're going to talk about, I love those kisses. We're going to talk about what relaxation is versus what meditation is. We're going to talk about Yoga Nidra and about relaxation techniques. And then we're going to do Yoga Nidra itself. Now, there's lots of different kinds of Yoga Nidra. When I say that is in that the function of the Yoga Nidra is still the same. It's for your body to lay down and relax, for the mind to disengage, and for you to have awareness of the whole body and be present. And you do it reclined. I've heard some people go, muscle groups. We're going to soften the right hand, the right thumb, and go through muscle groups, like forearm and upper arm and chest and back and abdomen. But I learned the 61 point method. And so again, there's no right or wrong. It still gets you where you want to go. So we're going to kind of mix those things in. Feel free to ask questions. Yes, jeans. I am teaching from jeans. This whole relaxation process, you guys are going to lay on the floor. Literally, you're going to lay down on the floor. If you want to put a bolster under your knees or a pillow under your head, completely okay. If you fall asleep, that's okay too. So everything about today is just a relaxation technique. And story about the jeans. I put these on yesterday, fell asleep in them, got up this morning and put this shirt on so that you would see me as contrast to this bookcase so I can go right back to sewing. My son was so sweet. I just sat down in the bed and fell asleep across the bed. He just turned off the light and just pulled the covers over me because I'd been working all day. Yeah, it's totally good for doing outside if you don't mind falling asleep outside and the dogs aren't going to crawl all over you and wake you up. I mean, if they'll do like Parker's doing that, that's fine. You just don't want to be disturbed. You want to be comfortable enough that you can just stay there a long time. Now, ideally, the body is going to relax and you're going to be aware, but 9 times out of 10 you fall asleep. And that's okay too, because it's a whole different kind of sleep. Still letting some, good morning, Mimi. All right, so Mimi, my aunt Mimi is watching, and Mimi, my friend Mimi, is watching. So double Mimis. All right. And I don't mean to be touching my face constantly. During quarantine, I lost my nose ring, and I have a hoop in now instead of the stud, and it keeps tickling my nose. And during a time when you're not supposed to touch your face, that's a real kicker. Good morning, Barbara. So today is relaxation day, as said in the description. So you guys are going to want a place that's comfortable. You want maybe a bolster under your knees or a small blanket under the back of your neck. You're going to be reclined, so you're going to want to find a nice, comfortable place. We're going to talk about what Yoga Nidra is, Yoga Nidra and relaxation versus meditation, what the difference is, why do it, how is it going to help, those kinds of things. So you guys will then just need to get your goodies together, and I'm going to get my last thing, and we'll get started. It's 9:02, a couple of people still signing in. Good morning, Valerie. You kind of zipped up there. All right, let me get my last piece of the puzzle, and we'll get started. I'm going to sit this over here instead of over there because he can't stand this. He doesn't even like it to be next to him, so I'm going to sit it right here. All right. Go on, lay down. Good morning, Molly. Good morning, Leah. Oh, you ordered the t-shirt. Good for you. Petra, that makes me so happy that you notice that I try to organize these things for you guys. I really go ahead, and you see I always have notes, and I've planned it out so you get a diversity that will kind of expand your practice. So we're all signed in, and we're going to talk a little bit about Yoga Nidra and relaxation. And it's so funny because we think we know all this stuff already, and then it's so funny how much we don't know that we don't know. And I have all of these crazy amounts of notes for you. And you know what? I don't even know if I printed out the last one. Yeah. I don't think I did, but that's all right. Yoga Nidra. What's Yoga Nidra? Yoga Nidra means yogic sleep, and it's a relaxation technique. And then that brings the awareness to, well, what's the difference in relaxation and meditation? Meditation should be always done seated, like this, so that you have a nice straight spine, you have good energetic flow, so prana flow, and you are concentrating the mind in a place, right? So if it's a candle flame or a thought, or you're connecting to something, it is the focus. Maybe your focus is on the divine source, all of that. Relaxation in Yoga Nidra, your body's always flat, laying on the floor, and you're systematically moving through the body, releasing the body, but keeping the mind is quiet, hopefully, and we just want an awareness of what's going on in the moment. So it's about the moment, not necessarily concentration. So let me give you for an example of how this works and how relaxation works in the body, getting rid of stress. Stress is kind of a construct. It's where our mind is going. So let's say something that you do often, driving. All right, so you're driving. You drive all the time. Well, right now, quarantine, you shouldn't be driving, but you drive all the time. You go to your friend's house, you go into the grocery store, but there's that one day that you're late. And then the lights are red, and people are driving slow, and people are on their phones, and you're stressed the freak out. Well, you know what? It's always been that way. But today, that day, it's where your mind is, not the driving itself. So it's the state of the mind that's causing the stress. Okay? So by doing this Yoga Nidra, the mind has to participate in this relaxation. And because it's participating, it pulls it out of whatever is causing the stress and brings it back into the body. It's kind of like whenever you're at a seminar, people ask you to get up. All right, we're going to get up. We're going to move around. We're going to extend our arms out. We're going to squeeze and let go. Everybody feels better for it. Nobody feels more stressed out by that, right? So this laying down, this flat space is going to help us release the body and let there be awareness. So there's a lot of things that happen in this space. When you practice it a lot, it's like that space between laying down and going to sleep. That little space in between. Here's a fun fact. A lot of our most brilliant scientists realized that that was a creative space. That awareness in between those spaces where you can really pull in higher consciousness and be. And they practiced something, like Einstein did it, Nikola Tesla did it. They did something called hypnagogia. And they would hold a silver ball. And I know you guys have all seen that Nikola Tesla photo where he's holding the ball, right? So what they would do is they would go to sleep and they would lay down to go to sleep. They would put a ball, steel ball, in their hand. And it would be right on the edge of the bed. And they would try to go to sleep. Now here's the thing. When you go to sleep, you would relax, lose that awareness, the hand would soften, and you would drop the ball. The ball would hit the floor. It would wake them up. And that they could try to start that again. And they could write down the things that were going on in their head. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to create a space that's like that. And the more you practice it, the more that it's instantly going to take you in that space of stillness but awareness. It's going to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. So stress causes the sympathetic nervous system to, we're going to do cortisol, we're going to contract, eyes are going to contract, we're going to be, all of those things happen, right? But the parasympathetic, I like to think about paramedics, right? So the paramedics are coming to take care of the body. Is going to cause those chemicals to cause the body to soften, for the heart rate to go down, for your blood pressure to go down, for everything to release, for kidney function and abdominal functions, digestion functions to go back. All of this happens from Yoga Nidra. And some science has shown that about an hour of Yoga Nidra equates to about 4 hours of deep sleep. So that's what we're doing. There's lots of different approaches of it. I see you guys all checking in, which I really appreciate. So with that being said, we're going to try to do or practice, if you haven't done the practice before, Yoga Nidra. Now, if you've been in my classes, I do an abbreviated Yoga Nidra kind of thing at the end of class in place of Shavasana, but Yoga Nidra should be typically done by itself about 30 minutes to an hour. We're going to shoot for 30 minutes today. So what I'm going to ask you to do now is to find a space that you can recline on your mat, and get ready to lay down. So let me talk to you about my crystal ball that I have out. I'm going to be talking to you for you to relax, which means you're going to eventually just get used to just hearing my voice. And my voice may be saying, okay, it's time to get up, but your brain is not registering what I'm saying anymore. So when it's time to bring your awareness back here, I'm going to ring my crystal ball. So it sounds a little like this. I won't do it quite so abruptly, and that's going to help your mind come back to this space. That's why it's here, is for the end of this practice, instead of me going, hey you, time to get up. A little easier on the body and the mind. All right, get comfy. We're going to lay down, lay flat. If you want to use a bolster, use a bolster. The body might get cold, so you might want to cover up, and you may think, oh no, I never get cold. I get that, then maybe something over your feet. Also, it's going to make you feel a little protected. So Alicia, if you're practicing outside, it's warm, don't worry about it. It's fine. Find that space for me. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes just to get settled. And if you have any questions about Yoga Nidra, just message me or leave something in the comments. It's done a variety of ways. Like I said, we're going to practice this 61-point exercise today. So it's kind of, we've talked before about meridians and energetic channels in the body. We're trying to just hit those places. All right, you guys should be settling in now. Stay inside and slippers on. Slippers are always a good thing. All right. So as we lay here on the floor, we're going to let the back body sink down to the floor. We're going to let that front body relax down on the floor. And we're going to set our intention. And our intention in Sanskrit is sankalpa. That intention that you want throughout this Yoga Nidra. Maybe it's a resolving something, a restoring something. Maybe a dedication. Even here in our relaxation, we set that intention. What your desires are, all of that. Set it in. Finding your breath. Now maybe in this space you begin to notice where your back body touches the floor. Maybe you notice how your clothes fit. And we're just going to make sure the body's relaxed before we get into those 61 points. So we release the right hand, the right forearm, the right upper arm. We release the right side of the body all the way down to the waist. We release the right thigh, the right lower leg, the right foot. We release the left upper arm. We release the left forearm. We release the hand. We're just releasing right now. We're going to release and bring awareness to the left side of the body. The left upper leg. The left lower leg. The left foot. We release and feel the shoulder blades, mid back, lower back. We release the chest, the solar plexus, upper abs, the pelvic belly, lower abs. We release the neck, the back of the head, the scalp releases to the floor. We release the muscles of the face. We feel the body as a whole, both arms, both legs, the torso, the neck and head, all of those pieces coming together. And we feel that wholeness. Check in with your breath. Check in with your comfort. Find your awareness. Now we move inward and we begin our 61 points as we bring awareness to the third eye, or the space between the brows. All we do here is just bring our intention to that place. No effort, no overexerting, no imagery, just awareness. We now bring our awareness to the throat, the hollow of the throat. The right shoulder. The right elbow. The right wrist. The right thumb. The right index finger. The right middle finger. The right ring finger. The right small finger. The right wrist. The right elbow. The right shoulder. The hollow of the throat. We check in with our breath. We check in that we're just having awareness and the mind's not traveling away, and we're trying not to go to sleep. But if we do, it's okay. Don't chastise. Left shoulder. Left elbow. Left wrist. Left thumb. Left index finger. Ring finger. middle finger, small finger, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, hollow of the throat. Again, we're checking in with the body. Where's your breath? Heart center. Right chest. Heart center. Left chest. Heart center. Solar plexus. Pelvic belly. Right hip. Right knee. Right ankle. Right big toe. Right second toe. Right third toe. Right fourth toe. Right ankle. Right knee. Right hip. Pelvic belly. Left hip. Left knee. Left ankle. Left big toe. Left second toe. Left third toe. Left fourth toe. Left fifth toe. Left ankle. Left knee. Left hip. Pelvic belly. Solar plexus. Heart. Hollow of the throat. Brow center. Crown of the head. We relax the body. Then we energetically hit 61 points. Let's soothe the body. Scanning the left arm and right arm. The tops of the hands, the bottoms of the hands. We check in with the right and left leg, the tops of the feet and the soles of the feet. We check in with that back body and that front body of the torso. We find our breath and check in. We check in with the neck. With the face and the head. Now we collectively, as a whole, feel all the parts together and check in with the body. We feel the breath, the awareness of that body. We can feel the rate of our heart. We're just present. The mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. And we're going to try to take 10 breaths here. But we're going to start at 10 and go backwards. That requires a little bit of attention. Inhaling. Exhaling. 10. Inhaling. Exhaling. 9. Inhaling. Exhaling. 8. Continue on your own. The sound of that bowl brings your awareness back to me and your friends that you're sharing this with on our live stream. We begin to move those fingers and toes. We begin to shift and stretch, maybe move the chest, maybe we open and stretch those arms, maybe we lengthen, yawn, rolling to our sides. And we make our way up to a comfortable seated position. We check in with our body. We check in with our intention. We allow the head to turn to the right. We allow the head to turn to the left. And back to the center. We're still sitting in that silence in the chest and in the body. We feel the depth of that relaxation. It was a full 15 minutes of Yoga Nidra. So try to make it short enough that if you wanted to be able to use this video in the future, you could do that before you went to work or before a test or every night before you go to bed. We're going to bring those hands to the heart and we're going to remind ourselves of all the things that we're thankful for. We're going to send out love and kindness and compassion to those who need it, which is all of us truly. I'm going to end the practice with an Om. Inhaling. Bowing forward in respect. Namaste. Peace be with you. Go safely. Thank you for relaxing with me today. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, yoga. Thank you for being here. Thank you for checking in. Oh my goodness, so many people came when my eyes were closed. Nice to see you, Frank and Mary and Norm and Jean and Kay and Debbie and Rachel. Good morning. So I hope that that relaxation technique worked for you. Again, if you have questions, you can comment here and I will try to get to your questions. You can direct message me. If this is something that you like, the way that we're doing this, we're on Sundays, we learn new content or maybe new for your practice. And change it up. I'm trying to let Sunday be Sunday self-care, soft Sundays. If you have any ideas or requests, just put them in the comments and I'll absolutely get back to you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for giving me a purpose in a time where I might normally feel like I didn't have one. So I really appreciate it. Love to you from me and Parker, who was a really good boy today. Bye.